Ninth Thing at a Time podcast. People who've been single for little too long. And let me tell you how long. Tell you the numbers. Not 1 year. Not 6 months. Don't come up with this BS. I'm talking about like probably 4 years plus. Hear me out. These are multi-topics. You need to hear this. Men's and women who've been single for a little too long. This year goal for you. Okay? Listen to this very carefully. You've been worked all your life. You worked your A off. As a man or woman, both gender, right? You worked your A off all your life. And you see all these other peoples are making out in public, hooking up, touchy. You see your managers even hooking up with their employees, all this stuff, right? But for some reason, your luck is not coming to life, okay? Because we mostly don't spend our personal time nowadays. We spend more time in work. But if for a lot of people got in trouble for work because they don't like you or they don't want you to see you getting flirted on by someone else because they got jealous or somebody complained, their stories. This year, your people who's been single, and who's such a badass hard worker, people who got their life really straightened up together, this is probably the best video for you. It's time for you to say no to money, not all the way, but hear me out. Say negative to money and say no to a little bit of success. And it's time for you to stop serving, not too much. You can serve a little bit, but it's time for you to serve you and take extra precautions to get only relationship, only long term. This is gonna be your goal for this new year. Okay? Hear me out, but I'm gonna try to be a little bit detailed here. This does not apply for a lot of peoples. This is not for this 18 years old, 19, 16, 20, 21, 22 years old, not even 25 years old. You guys have to do a lot. You got a lot to go. You still got a lot to go. If you're saying, hey, I've been through, I cannot find any partners, this year I'm only going to be focusing on relationship. Negative. No. What do you mean you didn't find? A lot of them try to claim that, hey, I've been struggling with relationship. No, a lot of the girls, they've been constantly doing cash apps and OnlyFans, and they try to hook up every 2 weeks, every 1 week, and they say the longest relationship is 4 weeks, and oh my god, I cannot find relationship. No, you guys are active states and you guys are not serious about your relationship. If you're getting laid, if you're going out, if you're having with someone already, this may not apply for you. I'm sorry, guys. This is for those very hard worker people. It could be even 25 plus. Who knows? 30 plus, 40 years plus, 50 plus. Men and women who are working their A off and they're seeing everybody's getting married, everybody's hooking up, but you're just a working machine, or you could be even a money machine, but the luck is not coming toward you. It's time for you to really listen to your heart. It's no more. I also heard somebody, like one of my clients, one of my customers from fashion department, some girl, she said she got a whole bunch of medical conditions and she's been single for like very long time. I'm talking about years and years. And while she's already have issues on her medical conditions and personal issues going on, she's still serving other people. But she's really attractive and she's really taking care of. She even told me that she doesn't use any dating apps and stuff. I'm talking about this type of people. I'm talking about this, like a next level heart. There could be somebody with a single father, it could be single mother, who are constantly working. But if you're hooking up around, that does not apply for you. I'm sorry. This is not for you. I'm being very specific here. So anyway, it's time for you to say no. It's time for you to stop serving other for service. I know what I'm saying is like, what do you mean? But that's your hobby. Of course, you want to serve pizza, you want to serve coffee, you want to serve your service. I get that. But you've been serving all your life, even if you worked under other people. It's time for the world to serve you, and only specifically you. The world needs to start serving you because you're not getting any good luck. For, obviously the most hardworking person never go through these lucks, but the person who are actually disciplined. There's a lot of men and women who are actually disciplined and who's very patient, and there's a lot of struggles when you're single, but they don't just hook up around, right? This year, this new year, your goal should be, doesn't have to be before Valentine's, it could be even after Valentine's. Your goal should be that you want to put extra hard work on getting a relationship. But check this out. When I say hard work, I'm not talking about rushing. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about being very strategic, be very technical, like an IQ level, like a master degree on getting the best partner of your life. Be very strategic. What you did was one thing, but now it's gonna be kind of like this way. Means you're gonna work hard to get the right person on every department, not just Facebook love. A lot of people, they do this online chatting because they don't wanna work hard. They don't want to go out. They don't want to go to the bar. They don't want to go to the club. I'm not saying you're not gonna find you're gonna find good girl over there. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying, people are so lazy to spend money or $5 to $2 to get something from the bar to socialize, like that type of. So what they do is they do this online thing and they do all over the place. And next thing you know, 7 years pass by easily. Okay, it's time for you to be very strategic of working hard to try every department, and you want to try everything by working hard. That's what I'm saying. You're gonna be fast on getting relationship or getting the right person. You're gonna be fast on searching by improving yourself. If you've been working hard, I said that this is for specific people. So if you've been working hard, you already kind of got your life together. If you're under debt, I still don't care. Now, if you're under debt right now, after pandemic and all this thing, if you're still on a debt, you're gonna improve. But I don't care if you're still on debt, you still need to take a little risk by paying the basic bill. You have to pay the rent and, have a little bit of saving at least. Make sure. If you have a kids, have a little bit more saving. All right. Make sure you can still have a ridiculous amount of debt, but make sure you find a partner. This year, that's what's gonna be goal, because you're always gonna have a debt. No matter you're rich, you're poor, you're always gonna have a debt. It's time for you to listen to your heart and know more about them and the human resource and, oh my God, what is my career? Oh my God, 20 degrees of this industry. It's time to say no. It's time to say so. If you're a teacher, if you're a law firm, and if you think there's something Cinderella dream is missing, I'm really telling you to start taking day off, or on your day off, if you really wanted to get a boyfriend like a High School Musical, or if you want a boyfriend like Titanic, really go look for those type of boyfriend or girlfriend. If you're a gym teacher and you're like sick and tired of what, I've been always, last 8 years I've been single, 10 years, I want you to really take some risk this time, okay? It's time for you to listen to you. But that does not mean that you're gonna hook up all around and just gonna use people. There's a lot of men and a lot of women who are not meant for a relationship. You have to also accept that. A lot of them are just too emotional. They're just going by the moment. This videos does not apply for those people who like to just move around and all over the place and never have a strategic plan, does not have a blueprint of a map, like a video game map, like, yo, this is who I've been seeing, I have a plan. Even after they settle, after their hormones and everything settle, after 30 years later or 40 years later, they're still not serious about their life. Those people, no. Try to avoid those people. It's just gonna waste your time. I don't care how great they look. I don't care what's your scenario. It's time for you to be very strategic to find the longest term. And if you don't know, then join classes. This course, you can even hire me for my mentor program. There's some people are joining that. If you want strategic, at least let me tell you, what are some of your mistakes? What are the same looping mistakes? Because that's what most people do. They do the looping mistake over and over. 10 years easily fly by. This year, I don't care what's your situation, you're gonna start looking for somebody without looking desperate, fast, efficiently, and not getting tired, and very smartly. And you're gonna be working hard. But check this out. If this time, you're gonna have to start saying no to the industry. So if you do show up early at work, even if you're working a bad job or good job, you show up early, it's basically what I'm trying to say. Your personal life first. Personal life first. I don't care how business and how professional you get. Personal life always gonna be first. I don't care what industry you have to say. If your management say, hey, can you come in early? Can you open for me? Because other guys did not show up or other person did not show up. You show up, you came in, you open the store, you open this place, whatever, right? And then they tell you, hey, can you close for me? Because the night shift people didn't show up. Stop saying yes. Stop saying yes. Start listening. You're gonna start saying no and saying that, listen, start being strategic. Like, listen, I have a personal life. I supposed to leave at 2:00. I'm gonna leave. It's time for you. I'm not gonna close. You have to ask somebody else. They had to ask somebody younger.